Okay, this is a video for a headlamp bulb replacement on the driver's side of a 2008 Corolla. Um, Brought in for inspection. I had previously checked it about a day or two beforehand, and then when I bring it in, of course, the thing somehow died. Okay, I'll use pause here. Now, this is not a complicated procedure, but I do have a Haynes manual that I found online at no cost that covers the 2008. And it does have the procedure here, which I will be using. The only little thing is that because it's on the driver's side, I have to remove the battery, and I will also have to remove the air horn, okay? And it says that battery and the push pin securing the air intake duct and set the duct aside. That's the only thing. This is the replacement, 9006, okay? I actually ordered a set of two. It was about $18, I think. 17 or 18. I can't remember exactly, but in that ballpark. Turns out I'd previously replaced the bulb on the passenger side. At that time, I replaced it with a 9006. I also got from Amazon only a single pack. I had forgot about that. I got the standard bulb. I can't remember exactly what the price was, but and it's hard to read here with the reflection, but up to about 1,000 hours of life. Okay, I normally like to buy the standard bulb because it's cheaper. It also has longer life. Okay, this one, I guess I didn't find the basic one on Amazon. I wasn't looking long enough. I ended up with Extra Vision, and it's advertising 850 hours for a rated life, so not terrible. I would have bought the basic. I would have just repeated this order if I had remembered, but I forgot. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the steps now. Okay, I just did a quick price check. These cost $18 for the pair. That's $9 each. The single bulb now is selling for about $8 each. And in that previous video, when I bought it 2 years ago, I quoted the price as $5 or $6. So prices have gone up. Okay, now let's get to the work. Okay, you can find the replacement bulb number in your owner's manual. 9006 is for the low beam. Okay, just to make sure. First step, remove the battery. So what I'll do is I will loosen these up, and I'll loosen the terminal connectors. I'm going to put a little bit of the penetrating oil on my connections, these ones, just to make sure I don't break anything on the 2008. Okay, the penetrating oil is on all the spots I will need. Okay, this is fairly normal. I will clean that when I have the battery out to do this repair. Okay, I should mention it's always good to first take off the ground of the battery and put it aside before doing any other work around the battery, especially with the cover off on the positive side, so you don't accidentally create a short by hitting the positive to any ground. Okay, if that's connected, that will cause a big spark. If this is disconnected, it's no big deal. Okay, I've loosened this. I'm going to loosen this a little bit just to free it up, and then I will take the battery out. Okay, I have backed this nut off high enough to the top, basically just to clean the threads of all the rust that have been accumulating. A deep wall socket helps a lot here if you're going to loosen it up that way. You don't have to get it off, because all you really need to do is take this one out and you can get this clamp off. Okay, I took this off all the way. The reason is because, if possible, I'll keep the rod in place, because that's difficult to get back in. It's got a little hook on the end. You know what I'm talking about if you've done this before. If you can do this without taking that out, it's going to be a plus. Okay, I'm simply going to remove the clamp. Hopefully that rod might still be in the hook, but it might not. But we'll just have to wait and see. I can clean that off. It's got a little bit of debris on it. Okay, I've got the posts off. So the battery will now come out. Okay. Next, I have to get to work on this horn. It's got a clip here. That might be all that I need to remove it. Okay, I noticed that I really do not need to take this horn out, okay, because the clip for the light is right over there, okay, and the horn is not in the way. All I need to do is pry up those tabs, then I'll be able to take the connector, okay? So what's in the book was, probably varied by model year, even though this 2008 was covered in the book. Doesn't mean the procedure will be exact. Now, it's a good opportunity to take out this, clean this off, clean out from under there, okay? And also, before I put everything back, I will clean all that off with my battery post cleaner. Okay. Okay, you can see I pried up the those terminals, those clips, tabs, as I wiggled the connector a little bit. As you wiggle it a little, you put some pressure on it. You can use two hands and a screwdriver. You can kind of pry up those tabs so you can pull that thing down. Right now, I think it's actually, I had pulled them up enough so I could actually just pop it off, okay? I did clean up that with a battery post cleaner and a metal brush. It's hard to get all that little stuff out. But anyway, did my best. I cleaned off the bottom there. I'm gonna put this back in. I'll put this back in. I'll brush this off a little bit more. Back in. Now I'm going to remove this old bulb by rotating it in the normal direction of loosening and tightening. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. I just happen to have that. Okay, so here it is. Presumably it's got a break in it, okay? I'll get the new one ready to go. Okay, this calls for using gloves because you do not want to touch the glass with your fingers, okay? But this has a nice wide base. As long as you're careful, you can put that in, turn it a little bit clockwise to tighten it up, and don't touch that. If you did touch it, you can clean it off with alcohol anyway. Okay, I have that in there now. I simply haven't turned it in this righty-tighty manner to get it to point straight down. And I want to use two hands to do that. Okay, so I'll just hit pause until I turn it clockwise. Okay, I didn't want to force it. I didn't want to push it in too far or too hard to turn it or have it out too far. Anyway, I got it to the right spot. Now all I have to do is slide this up until it clicks. That's not a big deal. I'll hit pause. I wiggled the plastic tray until I got it into position. It does have an arrow showing which side is front. It is keyed to go in, so be careful and get it in the right way. And you can see, oh, yeah, the hook is still in, okay? So I should have some luck getting that back in. I'll get the battery in. Okay, I put the battery back in. I just cleaned off the surface to get all the grime off it. Now I'll put the clamp in. Okay, clamp is in snug. Now I'll put on the terminals. Okay, I'll put the positive one on first for safety. I snugged it up. It cannot move. These are all 10 millimeters, by the way. So I'm ready to clip that back on. Now I'm ready to go with this. Second, I'll just snug that up at 10 millimeters, push it all the way down, snug it up. It is snug. Now only time to test the low beam. Okay, there we go. Low beam bulb replacement complete on the 2008. Thanks.